Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing a little bit of an update here in this video for my channel. For starters, when I come on video now, I'm just going to say, hey, what's going on, guys? Dennis here, because it's a whole lot easier to understand that than my old username. So it might still say Do or Die Ace is High for the username for my channel. I don't mind anybody, referring to me as that, but let's just say it's a way too complicated name for most people to understand and pronounce. So somebody just wants to call me by my first name, go right ahead because I have no problem with that. All right, now with that out of the way, as far as the lack of content with certain things, it's just because of the simple fact that, if I'm the only one, at least that I know around here, that does certain things, it's not going to be as easy for me to, create stuff on my own. Just as an example here, obviously I know how to do card tricks. It's fun to do and I love doing it on here, but most of the stuff I know how to do is a whole lot more fun on video, even for you guys at home to watch, if I have a spectator instead of just, outlining it in the format of like an instruction manual, because that's not really, what I was setting out to do. So I'm not going to quit doing stuff like this, but, if you see a little bit less of it, I'm, trying the best I can here, but it's actually even kind of hard to find, say, audience members sometimes or a spectator for certain things. It'll change eventually, but same thing with, say, the guitars on the wall are not going anywhere, but, I've been doing that for about 20 years playing guitar and stuff, and I still love doing it, but it's not as easy for just one person doing it to put stuff up on here because not, at least most of the stuff I've written is not copyrighted. I never did any of that, so, I don't want to be stale and just be on here doing covers, even though they're cool and all, so I'll figure out, what I can do there and eventually put some of my original stuff up because, I like it enough that, I'm sure if I had it out here and you guys could listen to it, I'm sure, some people, probably would want it. Okay, so with that out of the way, I thought I had a little bit of a video earlier that I was going to use, but I am now about to delete it. And let's just say it was because I thought, at least earlier today, I was told we were supposed to get a ridiculous amount of snow out of nowhere, and what it actually turned into was about a 5-minute flurry while on the highway. So, yeah, I think I even put it in the clip that if I had found other footage or found a way to get, proper footage of how bad this storm would be for the very end of March, I would have done that, documented it, and put it up. But from the looks of it, it's just very cold out, and we're probably not going to get a whole bunch of snow, so must have heard wrong, but while I'm on here, let me go ahead and just check my reference material since this is one of my ways of telling what the weather and stuff is outside. Anybody who actually wants one of these where they sell periodicals, they've been doing this for a few hundred years and their predictions are pretty accurate. So let's see, yesterday being March 28th, let's go ahead and see what the Farmer's Almanac says for my region for what the weather would have been today. Okay, 205 for the regional map. By the way, for anybody who hasn't heard of the Farmer's Almanac, this is actually worth the $10 once a year. You have lots of reference materials, and okay, I live in New Jersey for most people, that watch me, and most of you probably know that anyway, but if you lived in New Jersey and you had one of these in your hands for the year 2012, you would have known about Hurricane Sandy and would have been a little bit better prepared. And that was the case on my end because I knew about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what the weather predictions are for today. Okay, Atlantic Corridor, March. Okay, temperatures were due to drop, but maybe a little bit of rainy periods and some precip, but see, this is why I'm glad I have this reference here, because if the power goes out, you had no internet, you had nothing, as long as you could pick one of these up and read it, and it's, the current one, you can get a lot out of something like this. Okay, so also, while I'm on here, I'm also going to get it out there that I might change a little bit of things about content in the future just to appeal to a slightly wider audience. So for anybody who doesn't know this already, any of the videos where it says that you have to be, say, 18 to watch it on my channel might have been maybe, one swear word that was said or one little thing where I would still agree maybe people's kids shouldn't have to, have access to that. But Trust me when I say I'm not putting anything up here that, would be offensive, like at least in the wrong ways like that. So if you see a few things become a little bit more PG over time, or if I go out of my way to do that, that's pretty much all that's going on there. All right, so I am going to go ahead and find myself something else to take care of over here. And I guess, guys, just stay tuned. I will see what I can put up as soon as possible. And hope you guys have a good night.